What's up, guys? It's your boy Email Mentor back with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you care. So, as you guys know, I've been away from YouTube for some time now. Been dealing with some stuff, school. I got my new radio podcast called Megatron Radio, so y'all go support that. Started that in May, Megatron_radio, and also y'all know I lost my dad, towards the end of 2022. So and I still did videos for the first 6 months of 2023, but it's still, you still have your days or whatever. So it's just a whole lot of stuff been going on, good, bad, and just things that distract me from YouTube. I have other ventures that I'm getting into or already started. So YouTube, had been, on the burner side, but I still love YouTube, and I had to come and make sure, I come and talk to you because it's been a while. It's been over like 6-7 months now since I came. I think my last video was done in like June. I think when Lotto and Cardi did put it on the floor again. I think I talked about that. I think that was my last video, I probably want to believe. I don't know, but I know somewhere in June. I don't even think I did Barbie World. Did I do Barbie World in June when it came out? I probably did, but Barbie World's a bop. I don't gotta talk about that. That is a whole bop. In this video though, I'm gonna be talking about a few albums that came out in 2023 in the second half, like after, like from like July down, because I haven't made any videos since June. So I think if I'm correct, we're gonna talk about Pink Friday 2, Chris Brown's album 1111, Doja Cat Scarlet, Drake's For All the Dogs, Uzi drop a album called Pink Tape. We're gonna talk about a little bit about that. Gunna drop an album. He had a successful single in the summer, so we're gonna talk about that. And Victoria Monet dropped her album and what a year she had, and Coco Jones dropped her little EP, and working on her debut album. But anyway, so we're gonna get into a couple of people. It's gonna be a quick video, so I don't prolong it too much. But yeah, we're gonna definitely get into some things, okay? It's just gonna be like a recap of 2023 and what I didn't talk about. Like, I know everything that's been going on. I've been following the music industry, but I just haven't voiced my opinion on YouTube. So y'all on this side don't really know how I feel or what, my opinion about stuff is. But let me start with Pink Friday too, because I'm a big Barb. Y'all know that I'm a Nicki stand down. Love her, ride for her. Okay, so Pink Friday 2 came out December 8th on Nicki's birthday. After pushing it back 2 times, it finally came out on the 8th of December. And I don't have to even say much. I love this album. This album's a bop. 10 out of 10 for me. Now, listen, I'm not even trying to even be biased. When this album first came out, I'm not going to hold you. When I heard it, like with my friends and a few people I know on the app, that night I had a headache because I was getting a little bit of like, I was so excited to hear her album, and then I had so much expectations of what I wanted it to sound like. That day I went and listened to all four of her albums: Queen, Pink Print, Woman Reloaded, and Pink Friday, and trying to get a consensus of what I wanted from Nicki album. Especially it being called Pink Friday 2. I thought it was gonna be Pink Friday 2, like forte. Like I thought it was gonna be like a Pink Friday, the first one, which it does cover a lot of that in here too, but it wasn't exactly that. Like, it was like a what's the word I want to use? It was like a, not a trilogy. It's a trilogy. No, it was like a full circle movement, but it wasn't exactly Pink Friday 1. What word I want to use? Oh my god, a sequel. It was a sequel, but not exactly everything, but it did kind of follow, a little bit of that. So yeah, so when I first heard the album, I thought the album was a chop. If you asked me what the album was the first time I heard it, I'm probably gonna tell you like a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10. That was the night it came out. First listen, I had a headache, had so much expectations, wanted it to sound like one thing, and I guess when I heard certain songs, I was just like chop chop. I was just over it. But when I woke up in the morning and actually give this album a chance, I love this album. And let me just go through the songs, and then I will kind of climax of my overall thoughts, and then we can move on. So, Are You Gone Already? A song about her being vulnerable. She opened the album being vulnerable, which she normally always do. This album talks about her. We hear Papa Bear's voice, on the song. But she sampled Billie Eilish, When the Party Is Over. She talked about losing her father in 2021, and her father, calling her and telling her that he's going to come and, and see his grandson and helps to watch the baby. And 3 days, I think, the next night, in the night of that day when he called, he passed away. And she couldn't even believe that he was already gone, like after just talking to him a few hours before. Like, it was just so crazy for her. And and just talking about her son not getting to meet the granddad, and her talking about some introspective stuff, and talking about her younger self forgiving um things that she seen when she was younger. She was talking to her inner self, like, and forgiving things that she saw, forgiving her mom, and forgiving certain things that happened in her environment and stuff like that. So this song was very sad and introspective, and I love this record. I thought she killed the Billie Eilish sample. People said it was too much of Billie, but I mean, I think whatever point she wanted to get across, she got it across, and the song served its purpose. So I like it a lot. I like this song, but I don't listen to it a lot because I do get really really sad listening to it, because it's just very sad. It's like, even losing my dad, and and him being going through his condition for 2 years, and I get what she's talking about, like being like, "Are you gone already?" You know what I'm saying? So like, I totally get it, like, but I just can't do it. It's too sad, especially when you can relate to certain things. It just it gets sad. But then we got a little bit loosened up a little bit in the album. We got Barbie Dangerous, which is a Biggie flip. She always kills and eat up the Biggie flip, so I love when she samples Biggie. Barbie Dangerous actually is my favorite song on the album. I love that song. I love the Barbie Dangerous, we and Dangerous. You know, you in a rover, you a range of us, cause I want one angel numbers. Like, I love that song. Like, I just love how her flow. I love everything. I'm saying? Hit the road, EXIT, my crown, they can't FIT. Those shots by IDC. Like, go home or do a BIG. Like, I just love all of that. My crown, they can't FIT. You know, my tune, they can't SIT. I'm gonna tell you, like, told me, spit your game. I just love that. I love that. Face on Pretty, if they be for who she got the right one. Like, I love that song. Like, that's my favorite song on the album. I love that. Barbie Dangerous. I love that song. So shout out to Barbie Dangerous. That's my favorite. FTCU's going crazy right now. The people love it. It's a club record. It's like a baby. It's like a baby good form. But it really gives me like the Roman Reloaded era. It gives me very much Bees in the Trap. This is the Bees in the Trap of this album. Like, this song is doing really really well. I don't think Nicki expected it to be the one that take off, because it has the big curse word, and she just probably just thought it was gonna be a club record that people like in the club. But it's been doing successful. This song is one of the songs on the album that's doing really really well. It's been sent to radio. It's a single now, and the people love it. It's going viral on TikTok with the high heels on my tippy. So shout out to that song. FTCU is doing this thing. I love the song. Beep Beep, and it's a Waka Flocka sample as well. Beep Beep is like the hood record on the album. I like Beep Beep. When it first came out, didn't like it, didn't see the vision. But I like Beep Beep now. I think Beep Beep is a good song. I know she has 50 on the remix, and they killed that. 50 did a good job. I didn't care for his flow particularly first, but that people say that reminded him of like old 50, so I guess he was doing his thing on that or whatnot, and he killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, his delivery might have not been strong, but at least he was still talking his big one, so I like it. Falling for You is the second best song on the album to me, or actually no, Falling for You is the best song on the album to me, and it's my second favorite song on the album. Falling for You is such a phenomenal song. The bars in the second verse, picture me, picture this, picture that. I mean, Loxo, use a chop up. I'm number one. Y'all go argue over top four. Queen, sweet, be getting my. Like, I love all of that. Like, it's just amazing. So, Falling for You is just such a powerful song. I feel like it's a letter to the Barbs, but also she's talking about some other topics. And it's like, it's one of them songs that you have to really just catch everything she's saying. So, shout out to Falling for You. Let Me Calm Down is one of my favorites too, top five. Love Let Me Calm Down. And I've been craving and wanting a J. Cole and Nicki. I was like, either J. Cole and Nicki, or J. Cole, Kendrick and Nicki. And we got J. Cole, which, I'm contemporary. I love J. Cole. And and I didn't expect them to make more of like an introspective song. I thought it was gonna be more of a song about like them just rapping their face off and just going back and forth. Like, I know the content was gonna be there, but I didn't think it was gonna be more of like a introspective singy record. But they really did their big one. Like, Nicki did her singing, she had her verse, she sung this song. She's talking about being in a relationship with her husband now, and sometimes she loves him and she don't regret marrying him, but sometimes like he could be a lot because he just want to be up on her all day, and sometimes she needs her space, and he don't get that. He might be a little bit insecure sometimes about certain things. Like, she got more vulnerable, and talking to J. Cole. When J. Cole went over her house and he kind of listening to her, it felt like she was talking to a therapist, according to her, and whatever she was telling him, basically he kind of responded back to what she was saying to like her a little bit, and to also the husband, and to some of the songs on the album. So I definitely think J. Cole did a good job, and J. Cole been killing his verses all year. I can't wait until he drops the album next year. He's been doing good all year, and I love this song. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Let me calm down with J. Cole. R&B is a song that I love a lot. I always liked this song when the album first came out, but this song now I love it a lot. Tay Bang, who is signed to Nicki and who, produced a couple of songs on here, is a phenomenal artist, and he signed to Heavy on it, which is Nicki Minaj's label. And, they've been killing it. I love him on his hook. People were saying that they could see Chris Breezy doing it, but I think he stepped up to the occasion and did a good job. And Lil Wayne verse is good. It grew on me because I didn't really care for Wayne verse like that, but I kind of like it now. I think it fit the song. Wayne and Nicki always make certain songs. I think Nicki always know what song to put Lil Wayne on. I think they have good collaborations, and it was definitely a good song. Um, Pink Birthday. That's the Travis Scott flip. I like that song. I'm glad to see that she and Travis Scott, hash out their differences. Not that they have real beef, but Queen and Astro World situation. So and she sampled him, and I love this song. At first, when the song first came out, I didn't like it at all. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought the song was like a key. I thought it was just funny, but I like Pink Birthday though. It's very sexual and sensual. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very calm and cool, and it's a nice song. I like Pink Birthday. Needle. Drake killed his verse in Needle. I mean his part in Needle. He sang very well. Not very well. I'm not lie, but the way it just gave me like Views from the Six vibes. It was good. Like I like Nita. Nita's my song. One of my favorite songs on the album. Cowgirl with Lourdes was a good song. Lourdes is an artist that's new. Nicki just signed her. And they're on the album together. And she's on this album because I guess somebody else was supposed to be on this verse, but whatever. But Cowgirl's a good song. It reminds me of Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj, 2010-11 vibe. I love the song. Everybody's a Bop. That's the one that took off when the album first came out. You got Uzi on it. Just want a rock type of vibe. And I didn't know that Nicki can give this, but she did. So we love everybody. Everybody is like one of the stars on the album. Big difference from the time I heard it, at the VMAs and stuff like that. I thought it was dope, and I'm glad to see it, surviving on this album and doing this thing. Big Difference is one of my favorite songs now. I love that song. Shout out to Big Difference. Red Ruby is a classic, I know. Four from Trini is a Caribbean vibe. I like the song. I have to be in a mood for it, but I do like it, and I appreciate that, she pleased her Trini people and her Caribbean people, because it is a decent song. I love the beat. I like what she said. Go Papa, go Papa. Go, Pink Friday Girls, super bass, little sister. Love the song. She sampled Cindy Leifer. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She killed that. It's definitely, cause I could see it being a single. It definitely seems like it could be one of the stars on the album after Pink Friday Girls and Everybody Has This Moment. Super Freaky Girl is first number one. Y'all know that. Y'all, when that came out, I talked about that already. So Bomb Bomb is a bop. I love Bomb Bomb. I love that flow she had in Bomb Bomb. Shout out to Bomb Bomb. My Life is a song that I love, and it's one of my favorite songs now. When the album first came out, I always liked it, but it wasn't like my absolute favorite. But My Life right now is just, I love My Life. I just love that song. Nikki Hendrix, I like Nikki's part in the song, but Future ruined the song for me. This is the one of the songs that I just don't care for. But I do like Nikki's part. Uh, uh, um, don't you walk away from me. I won't walk away from you. Na, 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 lean to this junction. Yeah, and I love her part, but Future just ruined the song. He haven't really, I don't know. Blessings with Tasha Cobbs, she ate that. Blessings is a good song. Tasha Cobbs came and brought her gospel flavor to it, killed it. Shout out to Tasha Cobbs. Last Time I Saw You, it's an introspective song. I love it. I can relate to everything she's talking about in that song, actually, and I love the song. One of my favorites on the album as well. Shout out to that. And Just the Memories is a very, like song talking about stuff that she's been through throughout her whole career and some of her childhood stuff. So towards the end of the end, I love that song. It's a not Beanie Siegel. It's a Beanie Man sample. I love this album. This album's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki definitely showed a lot of growth in this album. She showed that, like this album, honestly, like if you wanted pop Nicki, you got pop Nicki. If you wanted introspective Nicki, you got introspective Nicki. If you wanted Nicki like to make club bangers, rap, boom bap, a little bit of boom bap stuff, like anything you wanted from Nicki, basically, sad, emotional, introspective, pop, a little bit of R&B, sexy songs. Everything was in here. The rapidy rap songs, the flows, like everything was in here. Like she showed a lot of growth. Like this album's an album like you kind of have to let sit with you, but she definitely did her biggest one with this album. Like I'm not gonna sit here and even try to play with her because she definitely ate this album and did what needed to be done. So Shout out to Nicki Minaj for this phenomenal album. My top five right now. I don't even know. This album I love. Every day it changes, so I can't really tell you right now. But like I said, I definitely love Barbie Dangerous, Falling for You, Let Me Calm Down. Let me, Pink Birthday, R&B, Nita. I like the whole album honestly. Big Difference, Red Ruby's a classic. Pink Friday Girls is really good, and I love Cowgirl now. Bomb Bomb My Life, like Blessings is strong. Last time I saw you is my baby. Memories. Like I love the whole album. Like honestly, I love the whole album. So shout out to this. This album is phenomenal, and I definitely think that Nicki had the best album of 2023. I don't care what y'all telling me. Okay, moving right along. So let me go to Drake. Since Drake is her brother, let me go to Drake and talk about Drake. Let's let's go to Drake for a second. So Drake dropped his album this year called For All the Dogs. And let me just be a friend with you guys and be honest. Um, I did not like For All the Dogs. And I'm gonna make this short. Drake is an icon. He's a legend. Nobody can take that away from Drake. Drake is like a superstar. You know, to be able to stay consistent for so long, and and be at the top. I will always salute him for that. But with that being said, though, this album, honestly, though, For All the Dogs was not it for me. I thought CLB was bad. I thought Dark Lean demo tape was bad. I thought what's the album called? The dance album was bad. Honestly, we never asked. I thought that was bad, but honestly, like Drake just I don't know. Like I feel like Drake is just because Drake has been in the game for so long, he's been able to stay consistent and build a fan base and have so much hits. So I think Drake just don't care to actually put out great music no more. I just feel like Drake don't care. He's not inspired. I feel like out of all his peers, everybody done went and settled down, had kids, some of them got married, got relationships, try something out. Drake is just here, just still thinking he's 25 years old and trying to keep up with all the young boys. I just think that he needs to kind of grow, maybe go on an island, take a 2 or 3 year break. You can do a little features here and there, but take a break as far as your craft. Go get inspired. Go try to see if you can get into a relationship with somebody. Go do something. Like come back and talk to us about you know being a parent and just certain things. Like Drake can still rap, but like his body of work overall is just not like recently has just been bad. Like I've been feeling that way, but definitely with this album, I'm definitely stamping that until he improved. Like he had nothing to prove to anybody anyways, but I just feel like overall though, if you're gonna keep putting out music though, we're gonna judge it from what we're getting now, and what we're getting now is not that great, Drake. But in his case, he still got 6 good albums. Scorpion is not that bad. Views from the Six, that's a classic to some people. I don't really love that album like that, but people love that album. It did have some classic songs. His a lot of his big records came from that album. His first number ones came from there. Nothing Was the Same is a classic. Love that album. Take Care is a classic. Thank Me Later is a good album. And So Far Gone was a good EP, was a good mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely got some good projects. Some people like More Life, but after More Life and Views from the Six, like I don't know what's been going on with Drake. Like Scorpion was okay, but I don't know. I just haven't been in love. I thought CLB was bad though, but this album it was just terrible. But I do like Members Only, for the members, whatever that song is called. I like that one. I do like First Person Shooter. I like J. Cole's verse because J. Cole been killing his verses all year, but I don't care for Drake's part. And I do like that song with Chief Keef. And then the song with Sexy Red is the one that's doing good with SZA. And that's okay. When I hear that, I like it, but it's not one of them songs that I think is just a great song, but it is lit. And Sexy Red is having a moment right now, so we're gonna get into her. So, but yeah, anyways, but yeah, so this album I didn't care for. I didn't like this album. So moving right along. So let's go into Doja Cat. Doja Cat dropped Scarlet. Let's get into Doja Cat. So Doja Cat, Scarlet, for me personally, I loved Scarlet. I thought Scarlet was an amazing album. I know she had the controversy around Scarlet because of the dark visuals and videos and things that she was doing during the Scarlet era, which I understand that people wasn't resonating with it. But if you actually didn't pay any mind to the antics too much and actually just went and listened to the music, I definitely think Scarlet was an amazing album. I think Scarlet, she stuck to theme. She rapped very well. It was a good album. You know what I'm saying? Like she made good music. And I think Doja Cat, that's why she can't be canceled, because she does corny stuff and crazy stuff. But sometimes the music be too good that the people just won't let her go. Wish, and it is what it is. I love the album though. The album was an amazing album. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Agora Hills is a bop. That's going crazy right now. I love that song. Love that vibe. Gun was okay. Ouchies is the one that gives me the Missy Elliott type of vibe. I like that song. I definitely think that she do like a Y2K video and push that. That could be something. Skulls and Bones is fire. One of my favorite songs on the album. Can't Wait is my favorite song on the album. Love that song. Peter Tom Red, that's what that is. That's a bop. That's what it is. Wet Vagina, ooh, child. That is one of the other ones on the album. That's a decent song. 97 is good. I love the rappy rap. Demons. I get what she was talking about. I get what she was talking about in the song, in the Demon song. She was talking about like, some things that she actually go through, and everybody having demons and stuff like that. But because the video, which was a phenomenal video as far as being created and standing out the box, but the song as a whole, I mean, the video though was very demonic and very dark, so I don't watch that video because I just can't. But as far as visual wise and just it being creative though, Doja Cat is a creative. So Demons is an okay song. WYM Freestyle, like Shut You is a good song. Go Off, is okay. Balut, I love. Attention grew on me a lot. I like it now. Love Life is decent. F the Girl should be a single. That's good. And Often is a good song. You don't do this often. But my favorite song on this album is Skull and Bones. That's my song. This album was a decent. It was a phenomenal album. I think before Nicki dropped her album, this is my favorite album of the year. Actually, I love this album. As far as like a rap album, this is my favorite. I definitely thought that she definitely showed to people that she can make a rap album. I mean, the singles that she pushed were definitely like the pop rap ones, but that whole album, 80% of it was mostly rapping. So, I feel like this album don't really have that much songs she could push as singles because of the fact that she made a rap album. So, I think Ouchies is the only song. Ouchies and maybe F the Girls are the only ones that she might be able to push. That might do good on pop radio because this album is really rap. I thought she did a good job with this album. I'll give her tens. And the videos were good. They were just demonic and dark. I wish she would have, stop the antics and just actually put out the music, because she probably could have did well with, with how the song sounded, and people probably would have appreciated the album more if it wasn't too dark. So I don't know. How do I get out of here? Because I want to I want to talk about Chris Brown's album next. I want to make sure this video is only like 30 minutes, so I gotta hurry up. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can just play one of it, and then see if I can remove it from the tab. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get into Chris Brown after this commercial, y'all. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on and go to Chris Brown. Oh my god, I could talk, so I know I couldn't even be able to finish. I mean, but okay. So Chris Brown, he dropped his album. I'm gonna get the albums out of the way first, and then Chris Brown dropped an album called 1111 this year, and I said to myself, if Chris Brown don't put out a good album this year, I will be done with Chris Brown. Just how I'm kind of done with Drake. Chris Brown, how he was hanging by a thread. He had one more leg left. I said, if Chris Brown don't put out a good album and he comes back with some nonsense, I'm gonna be done with him. I'm gonna just go listen to the old music that I like and just don't care for him currently. Because Chris Brown is too talented to put out the stuff he be putting out. But when I heard 1111, not gonna hold y'all. 1111 is fire. This is a great album. I think Chris Brown went back to some of his roots, even though he still made it more modern, but he went back to some of his roots. This was a good album. I thought, he definitely was talking about more relatable things on here, and it was a good album. I thought the music was just good, but the production was good. It flowed right. It was cohesive. I love this album. I like Angel Numbers, 10 Toes. Love that song. Sensational with DeVito and Loj or LOJ. It was cool. I'm kind of over Chris Brown doing the Afro beats now, even though I do think he does a good job with Afro beats. He study it very well and do it good, but it's not your genre for real. You can let it go. You're not DeVito or Wizkid, but you do a good job at it though. Press Me, one of my favorites on this album. Love that song. That's on You with Future. See, Future don't really do a lot of good features for me in more recent years, but this one, he definitely killed this one. This was a good collaboration with Future. and Chris Brown. Because when I heard this, I was like, what is this about to sound like? But when I heard it, I was like, yo, this is actually not that bad. Feel Something is a good song. I Need to Feel Something, one of my favorites. And That's On You is a bop too, like I was saying with Future. I like that song. Best Ever with Maida, which is a new R&B girl. That song is cool. I like that one. No One Else with Friday is a good song. The production on that was phenomenal and amazing. Shooter was a good song. Nightmares was okay. Very Special is definitely reminds me of 2011. Chris Brown was definitely a bop. I definitely got into that. I like that. That reminded me of Hall of Fame Chris Brown or Fame, whatever the album's called, Fame. Chris Brown, Fortune Chris Brown, I love that. Messed Up was a good song. Midnight Freak was good. Moonlight was good. Bouncing G5 was okay. Make Up Your Mind is a good song. That gave me royalty vibes. Like this Stutter is a good song. Need a Friend was okay. Summer Too Hot was okay. Feelings Don't Lie was decent. Red Flags was good. Closer was good and Views was good. So I feel like this album definitely gave me a lot of oh my god, I'm